Okay, here we are with part 2 of the online shopping for a computer and how to use the filters that are available at the online computer shops. There are an awful lot of computers and laptops available at these stores, and it's just way too overwhelming to look at them all. So thank goodness the companies have provided a way of filtering out the laptops or the computers so you can see the ones that you are interested in. And that is primarily done down this left-hand column here. You can see we are in the laptops department now because it says laptops and MacBooks down here. As we scroll down the page, we can see that this side will allow us to look at current offers, what's on sale, what's on clearance, refurbished computers. If we go further down, there are by brand names, Apple, HP, Asus. Price, that's probably pretty important if you have a budget to shop by. Perhaps there's a particular processor brand that you're interested in that you'd want to look at. Here's cores, which is whether it's the central processing units are 2 cores or 4 cores. And then they even have it by operating system down here. So depending what you're looking for, you can use these filters to really help you out. Best Buy being the largest of all of them, it also gives you a few other features. On this side, they're pushing their on sale ones, and if I were to click here on Shop All Laptops, it would be the same as selecting this All Laptops here. You can see online there's 1,152 computers available there, of which there are 446 that are refurbished computers, which are well worth looking at. That means they were a used computer that perhaps came back off a lease or warranty work. They had a look at them, they were fixed up, and generally they come with a full 1-year warranty or at least a 90-day warranty at much reduced prices. And if you're on a budget, refurbished is a good place to look at. As we go a little further down here, they have these filters which are similar to the left-hand side in that you can shop by operating system. Maybe you definitely want a Mac computer or a Windows computer. Shop by computer screen size. That could be important to you as well too, because you have an idea of what it is that you want. So let's say, for example, that our budget is going to be between $400 and $599. Still 284 computers to look at. By putting a check mark there, what it will do is it will filter down, and what will we be looking at are laptops that are in that price range. That's reflected in the top in this bar here, this path that they have, that we are in laptops and MacBooks, and we're between the $400 to $599 range. So here's where we can go and look at computers. Asus is a nice brand name. Doesn't seem to have very good reviews on it, but if I wanted to look at that one, as we showed in the previous video, we basically click on them. So what you might want to do is do some comparisons, and that can be done just by checking off compare here. So I kind of like this because let's say our budget is $500. Well, here's one $500. Wow, it's on sale for $200 off. That's a pretty good deal. So I would click compare right here, and this has popped up, but I need to have something to compare it to. So here is an Asus 15.6 inch. There's a compare there. Now I have 2 selected. I think back here I saw another one. Yeah, there's an Acer that it's available online only. We will check that one just as well. So now I have 3 checked. I click on compare, and what it then does is bring the 3 up side by side. This feature I find nice because it does allow you to more easily compare several systems that you're interested in and make the best decision based on all the knowledge you have as to what's the best processor to get, the correct amount of memory to get, or as much bang for my buck, how big the storage or hard drive is, how many USB ports it has, how many of those are USB 3, and the other considerations that we dealt with in the earlier videos. So I'm scrolling down here. Looking at the top, we can see that this HP for Hewlett-Packard, that's the one with the touch screen, has an AMD A9, so that's kind of the equivalent of the i5s in the Intel line there. 8 gigabytes of RAM, that's pretty nice. This Asus has an i5 5200. Now the 5200 is a lower end in the models of the i5. as compared to the 6000 series and the 7000 series. And here's an Acer in here that has an AMD A6. Now the A6 was towards the bottom end of the AMD line. Now it's not on sale, but there's the retail price of $500 for it. So we can then scroll down a bit more, realize that these two are only available online, so I would have to order it and then have it come to me. Ordering things online, I still have 2 weeks to return them, and it's easiest done to return it to a local Best Buy store that you purchased. So here's the nice thing about this. I can go, it's difficult to remember which column is which column because they kind of disappear here, but I can see they all have the same size screen. They all have the same native resolution. This one has a touch screen. The other two do not, and that may be something that you would like to consider of it. I can look at the processors and compare them. Here's a processor cores 2 and 2. Now this one says that this A6 has 4 in it. It is an A6, but it is a higher series number. It's a 7000. The processor speed in the first one is 2.9 gigahertz, which is definitely faster than the 2.2 and the 2.0 available in the other ones. Hard drive, these two have 1 terabyte. Doesn't say in here. And I find oftentimes when whoever is filling in these data fields for the website, they don't always put the right information in, or they admit it or skip it. The amount of RAM, the first two have 8 gigabytes. This one only has 6 gigabytes. This one has the DDR4, which is the more modern style of RAM. DDR3 here, DDR3 there as well too. No optical drive in any of them. The graphics is probably similar, although you can see this one has a Radeon R5, whereas this one has an R3, and usually the higher numbers indicate better features from them. They all seem to have a card reader. This one has 1 USB 3 port and 2 USB 2s. 1 USB 2, 1 USB 3, 2 USB 2s, and 1 USB 3. All 3 of them have HDMI. The middle one also has the older style RJ45. Going a little bit further down, we can see, they all have wireless built into them, different types of batteries that they have. I was looking for the webcam. Yeah, you can see all 3 of them have a webcam. If they have a webcam, they pretty much always have a microphone built in as well too, although I think I missed the microphone business when I looked further up there. So I'm going to go back to the top of this page. So if I decide, yeah, this Acer just doesn't compete, I can remove it by clicking on remove, and then I am just left with these 2 computers to look at. Okay, I'm back at the laptop's page again, and I still have the filter in place of our price range of $400 to $599. Maybe I just want to look for ones that are on sale, because who doesn't like a sale? Everybody likes a sale. So I put a checkbox in there, the screen refreshes, and what I'm looking at then are all of the computers that are on sale. They also have a box in the upper right hand corner that will let you actually list the returns in the response to low to high or high to low titles, highest, latest, newest. You get several things for that. If I want to look at the low to high, you'll notice that they have been resorted, and they're starting with the $406 ones because we are in the $400 to $599 range here. And you can get a good look at all of the computers that are available in that price range. Again, you can go and click on compares to do your comparisons. Perhaps you said, well, you know what, I'm really interested in a Hewlett-Packard because I like that brand name and I've heard a lot about them. So if you were to choose Hewlett-Packard by putting the H in there, your results would be modified and all you would see would be just the Hewlett-Packard computers that are available. So these filters are really, really a great way to help you look through computers and try to figure out what it is that you wish to purchase and help you find those computers that suit your needs and that you're going to get the best deal and the most bang for your buck.